Yes, it is. Yeah.
Get the right one.
Get the right one, huh? So, yeah, excuse me. So, can you just tell me again in outline, Megan, what you're seeing me for today?
My eating. So I'm eating and drinking. I've had nothing to eat or drink since January last year.
Nothing to eat or drink since January.
Yeah.
So you're being fed intravenously or in a food
Got a feeding tube.
feeding tube.
Yeah.
Right. And how old are you now? You're 20.
I'm 31.
You're 31. And it wasn't always this way. You're eating normally until an event happened.
Yeah.
So that event was how many years ago?
It was when I was a child.
When you were a child. Okay. And that was a choking incident?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and also, then if you want, you can sort of fill in some of the background a little bit. So, from your experience with Megan, she was a normal eater, yeah?
Yeah, even after she choked, the choking thing was really weird because it choked without making her not be able to breathe. It just, whatever was stuck had to come back up.
Right.
And we didn't notice for quite a long time. It was several hours. But that seems to have triggered something gradual.
Right.
But we didn't realise it was anything like as bad as it was.
Right.
I think something was the straw that broke the camel's back last year that made it properly serious. But it was more of what we thought was an annoyance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beforehand. We didn't realise it was as bad as Megan has said it was.
And what happened last year? No.
There was an incident at work, which made it a lot worse.
Right. Okay. So that's that last straw, as you said. There's the sort of laying down of vulnerability. Then you have this last straw. And just quickly, just to say that. Just say. I think you know this anyway, but why not say it? If I'm walking on a busy street and somebody bumps into me, it's not a big deal. I go, oh, sorry, oh, no, right. And then 2 seconds later, someone else bumps into me. We go, oh, okay, no big deal. And then the third person, the fourth, and the fifth, and 20 people bump into me. By the time the 20th person bumps into me, I go, what the hell is wrong with you people? Which way you're going? Now I was thinking, whoa, I just bumped into you. What's the big deal? I'm not reacting to the last bump. I'm reacting to everybody who's ever bumped into me in recent memory, because the whole Christmas tree, the whole circuit lights up. So I think you have a few events in childhood, in and of themselves that are enough to tip you over the threshold. Then something other happens, something else happens, and the last thing isn't even related, but the whole circuit gets lit, and someone goes, I've had enough. I just don't trust food, or trust myself, or trust my system to process and chew food and things like that. And it's had enough, and it goes into overdrive. And that's I think what's basically happened. So the thing is, we get traumatized. And so you were a nurse, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what trauma is, it's sort of start fear. You get traumatized, and so what we need to do is basically de-traumatize. Sorry, I just realised something. So very quickly back to questions. You're unable to swallow even your own, you feel uncomfortable with your own saliva. Yeah, like that, and water. So everything's done feeding to you. Right. And obviously this has really impaired your life. You've been hospitalised, several times, and it's obviously, you can't sustain a normal conventional life with this fear in a way. Right. Another question I need to ask you later is, as references, did you have any activities or hobbies that you're really into? Some kind of thing that you're doing, some sports or reading or music or drawing, or have some hobby or something?
I enjoy art, also sport.
Okay.
So
We did music as kids, didn't we? Lots and lots of music as kids.
Lots of music as kids. Great. As in playing music as well?
Yeah, we were all in a brass band.
Great. Okay, you're in a brass band.
It's all right once they learnt to do it.
Great.
Not so good when they were learning.
All
4 of them.
So obviously at the start of the session, if I'd say to you, have a glass of water, you'd say to me, well, I can't, because my throat closes up, or just there's a mental block, or something like that. If at the end of the session you're able to have the glass of water calmly, not to mention a few other things, well, that will prove to us change has taken place. And this therapy is so gentle, Megan, that I know this works, I just need the client to know it works, because it's so gentle, people don't realise it's happened. So we need some sense of, oh, am I doing that now? For people to realise that. Yeah? But your family know that at the start of the session, the idea of drinking and stuff is terrifying. There's no way Megan could do it.
She's almost died twice.
Right,
because
so
they
we're
took
not
her
messing
food
around.
and chewed out.
Right.
You know, she's been 9 days
Right, on bed
and 8 days left without food and only intravenous drip for fluids, so we know that she can't drink anything.
So this is a serious thing.
It's
Okay.
proper serious.
Yeah, well burnt now, isn't it?
It's a sign, Megan. It's a sign. The light.
Yeah.
So, if at the end of the session you are drinking and etc., that's proof, isn't it? I mean, you'll know things have changed.
Oh yes.
Okay, great. So I'll just do